Firstly, congratulations on your promotion. You've moved from operations manager to head of ops. What does that personally mean to you?
It means a lot, to be fair. Like, I've been at the company for over 2 years. I've worked my way up, and it's been hard work, but it's been great. I suppose the key thing out of it is the value that I feel. Like, I feel extremely valued by everyone. Grateful for the opportunity. It's good. It's hard work, but it's really rewarding.
Yeah, and you've been here for 2 years, but you've watched it grow. Like, 2 years might not sound like a long time in a company, but how many people were here when you first joined?
So I'd say there was probably like 7 of us when we first joined. And then in the first year we grew to 11. And then it's just been exponential. Yeah, it's been a crazy amount of growth since then.
In the past month, we've had about 4 new hires.
Correct.
So we're growing massively. What role does operations play in that growth, and how are we going to grow smoothly from now on?
So it has been, 4 hires in the last month has been a great achievement. Finding the people that we have found as well for joining us has been really great. So operations have a lot to do with kind of that journey. The onboarding is something that I really love doing as part of my role and as part of the ops team. I think building that relationship with people when they're first coming into the business and when you're first speaking to people is so key. It's really about kind of showing our values that we have. Like, our values across the whole business stretch is so important to start at the beginning so people know what they're coming into. And we like to try and give that to people with everything from like first letter, like offer letter, all the way through to your first onboarding meeting, and all the bits in between are just so important, like the check-ins and everything. So ops really plays a massive part in kind of that first key relationship. Moving forward, and to make it grow and scale is going to be a lot more of the process being shared. So as the ops team grows, it will be, I still want to keep it super personal, right? Like, everyone has a lovely meeting with all the heads, right? And then all the managers, so all your key people, and then they also have an introduction through everyone else. And I think it's really key through scaling to keep that personability, because that's what we're all about. That is us.
Whenever I've spoken to new hires, or when we do our get to know posts on LinkedIn, it's everyone, when you say, why did you join Power 365? The first thing they say is the values are instilled throughout the business. Everyone is personal, the feeling, the culture of the business. And that's where operations, you've helped scale it up from operations manager, but it's going further now, you're head of ops. As we continue to grow, how do you see your role as head of operations strengthening our growth?
Definitely putting in extra processes. Going from like a small company through a growth period is really hard, especially in operations, because you don't have those processes in place. So it's really important moving through, and as we're growing, to create those processes. Sometimes, again, when you're growing through ops manager through to head of ops, everything's in your head, right? So you're trying to scale yourself along with the business. My role as head of ops is putting those processes in place to really set everything up for success. Yeah. So everything that I feel like I'm doing, it then goes into a process, or anything anyone else is doing, it goes into a process, and then that's repeatable. And it's the repeatability and then being able to scale that so that you can just hand it off. I think one of the main key things in any role, even operations, is being able to move a project on, or have a task and be able to be like, here we go, this is exactly how you do it. And they go, oh, okay, great. I know how to do that.
A template to it.
Yeah, 100%.
So you can't go wrong.
No, exactly. And a lot of things fail because you don't have that, right? So I could easily say, can you go do this for me? And you'd be like, okay. And you have a completely different perspective to what I've said. Whereas if I go, I'd like you to do this for me, this is how you do it. I'm here if you need me. Like, if you have any questions, feel free. Yeah. But otherwise, this is how we do it. And then it's all there, right? Yeah. And I think it's really important to scale the operations of the business and continue with that growth to help people across the whole business make their jobs easier. Yeah, and that's the whole point of operations, is to make everyone's internal life smoother and easier to go through.
I mean, from even marketing perspective, the OPEX request form, for example, like if I had to put a budget request in, I was like, I don't know who to go to. Right. When I first started, so a year and a bit ago now, don't know who to go to. It was kind of just a paragraph in an email, or it might have been a Teams message. Now we literally have a form. I need this, 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 and this. And then I've done the form in 5 minutes and it's either approved or not.
Exactly. And it's that process, right? But again, when you scale and when you grow, those processes or those things happen because whatever's working at that time doesn't then carry on working. So you have to adapt. So then that process might not last long, and that's then going to adapt and scale alongside things. So, and that's just what's going to happen.
Finally, on a personal note, what does this promotion mean to you as a woman in tech in a leadership role, and how do you want that to inspire other people?
That's a really good question. I think for a long time, no matter how wrong or right this answer is, I've always known that I can do better, or I'm working hard and I'm doing above and beyond my role. Having that as a person, like let alone being a woman, and then having someone else like recognize that and help you with that is really beneficial.
I think we're lucky when we're in a company where it's not even that they champion people working hard and that's it. And it doesn't matter whether you're a woman, you're a man, you're anything, it doesn't matter. They just champion.
Yeah, 100%.
And I think that's maybe where it will inspire others is the work ethic and also finding the right place that facilitates that work ethic.
100%. And that is, I think you just hear it there, it's finding the place. I've worked in many places. Granted, I've moved up in other places, but I think here it's when you really find yourself and you find
100%.
The people who celebrate you and can see the good in you, I suppose, and the hard work that you do, and they value it. And you don't get that everywhere. And working hard and being around people that know what they're doing and then siphoning their knowledge from them as well is something that I'm truly grateful for. And I hope it does inspire women in tech. Like, I literally was a business admin. I was literally a business admin, and I worked, and I was part-time at the beginning, and then I came on full-time, and then working my way up and up has just been, it's been so rewarding. It's been a challenge, but again, like I say, having the people surround you, the right people, is just so key. And it's really to know your worth.
Yeah.
And I always go back to the analogy of you find a bottle of water in a shop and it could cost 90p, but you find a bottle of water at an airport and you're like £2.60. And it's the same bottle, it's just in a different place, and it's your value. That's something that I take with me everywhere I go. It's not you, it's the value and where you are that places the value on you as well.